about to talk horror movies and a horror festival that's coming to Belfast with, one voice you'll know, our very newsman Jim. How are you?
Hello, Yazz. This is a bit strange.
I know, isn't it? And we've got Adam Neeson.
He's not related to Big Leg.
Well,
you knew I was going to ask this.
Ironically related to Pam Anderson.
Are you?
No.
Oh no, right, okay, I was like thinking, right, 6 degrees of separation. I thought we were going to do the Kevin Bacon game. But no. So welcome to the show, Belfast International Horror Festival. Tell us a little bit about the actual festival. What makes this year's edition special?
So this year it is based all around female rage, and this is the 5th year of the festival. We've been running it from the start of COVID, and we sort of just wanted to base it around something, a little bit of female empowerment, some movies, that really push that agenda, and we have some fantastic movies to show, stuff like Jennifer's Body, The Craft, The Bride of Frankenstein, Ginger Snaps. We have Shauna MacDonald from The Descent.
Yes, very excited about having Shauna over.
Yeah.
I've interviewed her before, really lovely actor. She's coming over. It was one of those things, through friend of friends, we're able to get connections. I'd interviewed her before. She'd always promised that if I asked her, she would come over. Reached out, and she's a lady of her word. She's coming over. So if you've never seen The Descent, this really atmospheric horror feature where a group of women, they go on a mining expedition, and things go wrong and they get hunted by creepy crawlies. And what happens when a group of women have to take on these creepy crawlies? And the result, dear listeners, is terrifying. It's terrifying, but it's fab. And she's going to be there, and we're going to be doing a short Q&A afterwards. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, she's a Scottish actress, and you had to show me a picture. I do recognise her.
Yes.
She's been in probably a lot of other things. I haven't seen The Descent, so it can't be that I've seen her in. But
You like your horror, yeah.
I do. I really do. I don't like sort of gore. I'm not really into gore. I'm more like sort of supernatural stuff. That kind of
The
stuff.
Descent has its gory moments,
Oh,
doesn't
right.
it?
Okay.
It's sort of like being in Thompson's for the night, If you can survive, you'll have a good time.
Yeah.
What are some of the highlights people should be excited about then for
The
this year?
Descent, without a doubt, is up there. We also have I Live Here. It's her first Irish premiere. It's Julie Pacino. If that name sounds a bit familiar, it's because it is the daughter of Hollywood legend Al.
Okay, this time they're related, right? Not like
Yes,
Adam.
they are
Okay,
related. It's
okay.
not like Adam with his uncle Liam. No, this is Julie Pacino. I saw this film at the Edinburgh International Film Festival earlier in the year, and the whole idea of the theme about female rage that they're basically going with, and it's this thing that when I'm reporting on the news, and what's particularly for Northern Ireland, and what's the amount of violence that is towards women and young girls here, that's kind of the main reason why we picked that theme. And that film, I Live Here Now, if ever there was a film that I just sat down and watched and said, there just is the epitome of what we're trying to go, I Live Here Now. Yeah, that's at Accidental Theatre, and both those events are on Saturday the 25th of October.
So I love that the festival includes a comedy of horror strand as well. What made you sort of want to showcase films that sort of blend horror and comedy?
This is Adam's forte.
Well, I've always wanted to show the Peter Jackson movie Brain Dead. Most people know Peter Jackson as the director from Lord of the Rings, won a lot of Oscars, but his origins started in grisly, up and coming New Zealand filmmaking, and that is sort of a piece of what our festival is about. It's we come from a small island, we make these movies and we showcase them. Peter Jackson is probably a big influence on the short film competition that we have, and a lot of the filmmakers there, so it's good to have a film like that. That's on Thursday the 23rd. Friday the 24th we have just a guilty pleasure of mine, which is called Tammy and the T-Rex. If you've never heard it, it stars Paul Walker,
Okay.
Denise Richards.
All right, it's a big name, yeah.
Big names, get ready. Paul Walker gets attacked and is left brain dead, so they have to put his brain in the body of an animatronic dinosaur, and then Denise Richards still loves him. So they
Love conquers
she
all.
loves the dinosaur.
Yeah,
Right, okay,
love conquers all.
Yes.
And if that sounds terrible, it absolutely is. But I'll tell you what, see what a few drinks
But
in you.
funny, that's it, yeah. It's
Fantastic.
And the key thing, what we're also doing with those, so those are cult classics, but we're also, because we're committed to showing new films as well, we have, if you're fans of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, there are quite a few out there. If you ever want to see that made by an Estonian filmmaker, but as a musical, then Brain Dead's being accompanied by chainsaws, we're singing, and we have Demon.
Chainsaws are singing, just to be in the zeitgeist, sort of like the Ed Gein show.
I knew you were going to mention him. Yeah, I knew that was going to get mentioned.
Meets The Sound of Music.
Right, wow.
The mix, the mashup we never thought we needed, and Tammy and the T-Rex, Irish filmmaker, Demon Hunter, Time to Kill. They are, again, those are comedy horrors. Those are two difficult bedfellows within the genre, two difficult genres to kind of blend together. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, and that's why the comedy of horror element is what Adam was a strand within the programme he came up with and thought of doing to kind of showcase when it's done really well. So Tammy and the T-Rex, I've never seen it, so I'm looking forward to watching that.
On my headband.
Yeah.
So tell us about the Tony Todd tribute and why is it important to sort of to honour his legacy at the festival?
Yeah, well, sadly, after the festival last year, Tony Todd passed away, and he is such an incredible actor, an underrated actor, and we sort of just wanted to highlight his career. Obviously, he is the icon that is Candyman, and he's just so fantastic in that role. You know, they had the sort of reimagining a few years ago. But then there's also the Night of the Living Dead from 1990 that a lot of people have never seen. They remember the George Romero classic, the black and white one. Tony Todd remade it in the 90s, and it's just as fantastic, especially when you think of the whole message of the first movie. You know, it was racially motivated and there's a lot of fear and stuff like that. Tony Todd, being a black man, taking that story on upon himself and producing it to a new audience, it is. Don't think of it as a bad remake, think of it as a personal reimagining. And you know, George Romero loved it himself, so it's not as if it's one of these remakes you're like, no, it's not as good as the original. It brings a whole new layer to the story.
Brilliant. So how can people get involved from sort of attending screenings to sort of joining the quiz or following the kind of festival online?
If they want to get the quiz, very easy. You can, if you're in Belfast, you will find our lovely flyers around everywhere. You can see them. You can check out the website, www.bihf.co.uk. All the links to all the tickets there are available. As I say, we have 12 screenings at 6 different venues, runs from the 22nd to the 31st of October.
That's great. We're going to finish up with you picked this song, Jim.
I did pick this.
Why did you pick this song?
Because
such a good one.
Can we just confirm it? It's what I asked for. It's going to be really awkward if I build up something and it's not the song I suggested. Like I said, could we really? You
said Lady Gaga Dead Dance, which I've done.
Yes, could we do that? Already. But Rocky Horror, am I right? So Rocky Horror, I love, and we have a very close connection with this city, with Belfast. The lovely Patricia Quinn, who I've had the joy of interviewing a couple of times, absolutely fab. She's magenta in that feature, and there is a campaign to have a statue built here for her somewhere, and here at the Belfast International Horror Festival, because I cannot have my newsman head on when I'm saying that, we are backing that campaign. So what else if it's horror? It's nearly spooky season. Time more.
It's got to be it, right? Thank you so much, Newsman Jim.
Thank you, guys.
And Adam Neeson, no relation to Liam Neeson. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you, guys.
Time.